It's been a while,
It has. Welcome back.
but we're back.
It's hot as shit.
Exactly.
This is mindful millennial. It took us long enough.
Guess what? Millennials aren't always mindful.
That part.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Mindful Millennials podcast. We're your hosts, Gray
and Inez.
And if you couldn't tell by what we're wearing, today we're talking about the 90s. Only the best time ever. Best time ever.
First of all.
No time like the 90s.
Right. We were there. If y'all weren't there.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
I'm a 92 baby.
Yeah, I'm a 95 baby. I was partially there.
Sis took the express bus.
Yo, you know, I had to Google to see if I were if I was a Gen Zer, because I'm on the cusp. I was like, oh my god.
You almost were. I'm not gonna hold you.
I was almost a Gen Zer. Meanwhile, my birthday's already in September, so I'm like,
We were almost not friends.
yeah.
Nah, I guess.
I'm
Do
weak.
I have Gen Z friends?
I'm weak. You do, Justin.
Oh.
My little brother. He's a Gen Zer. Well, it's not about y'all today, because today we're talking about the 90s, baby. Let's go. It's about us right now.
It's about us.
Some great stuff happened in the 90s. What should we kick it off at? Some really great... Honestly, television was at its highest in the 90s when you really think about it. Cartoon-wise,
Man, music was so
TV
good.
show-wise, yes.
Music was so good.
Music was
man.
amazing. Like... Obviously, I'm wearing a Hey Arnold shirt right now. You're obviously wearing an Aaliyah shirt. So right now, we're in two different aspects. I feel like
R.I.P.
you can definitely relate to the music aspect of the 90s. Because, like, that was good. Listen.
I watched... Even in the sports world, man, like... I'm not gonna act like I watched MJ, but I saw MJ.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like, just like I saw, like... What's that? There was only like two famous baseball players that I really knew. Only because my stepdad would always watch it.
I'm weak.
Obviously, Sammy Sosa.
Sammy.
Even though we lost him to the Whites.
Right.
Sammy, que fue?
Exactly.
Did not say. Sammy Sosa was all I would hear about, and Mark McGuire. No.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
But yeah, as a little girl, I would see the basketball games on TV, but I wasn't like there yet.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I knew of Mike. Everyone knew of Mike.
Yeah.
But of course, who would be stealing the show a lot of times?
LeBron.
Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Dennis Rodman he was un loco that was in Michael's team.
Okay.
And I remember like shit was yesterday. Dude went to a game in a wedding dress.
Okay.
You have yet to see anything like that to this day.
I never seen that. Still too.
He went to a game in a wedding dress. and then when he wasn't doing that, he was showing up with green, yellow, purple hair. He was doing it before Chris Brown and all these other people, no offense.
Oh, I think I know who that is now.
Yeah, he was un loco. He had like the nose piercing.
With the noodle hair. His hair was like very noodly. No.
He had like tight curls.
No, I don't know who this man is.
Dennis Rodman.
I'm sorry to that. Let me Google him.
She's like, I'm sorry to this man.
Play the Jeopardy
I don't know
music.
this man.
Jeopardy was also a hot thing.
You're doing the Kiki.
Dennis. Yeah, I'm sorry to Dennis Rodman. I'm sure
I don't
he's
know
amazing.
this man.
Oh, my bad. I don't know about sports.
You know, he's also featured on this show with, side note, he's featured on the show, this Hollywood show, where celebrities have like mysterious stories. Like shit the dirty stories.
Okay.
Like, you ever wondered people that just you don't see anymore and you don't know why you don't see them anymore?
Oh.
Like Hulk Hogan. Like they have
like Tupac's alive and Dion right now type shit. Like,
nah, that's a whole different level. I'm talking about like celebrities that got in trouble, got into shit, and they kind of like swept it under the rug and disappeared off the radar. Because then it's got into some shit. I'm talking about like if they get into like a case, or if they get into like some tax evasion shit and they just fall off, and then they just go under a rock. Something like that. I think Hulk Hogan had like a sex tape.
The 90s was known for that too. There were a lot of sex tapes in the 90s.
Pam got it.
Pam got it in the 90s too.
Pamela Anderson and Tommy.
Yeah, they did it in the 90s.
I think that was a 90s scandal.
Wow.
If you talk about scandals, there's a bunch of scandals.
Yeah, the 90s were full of scandals.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you know, it's cool.
Bill Clinton happened in the 90s.
That was in the 90s?
Yeah.
Bill getting the
floppies. That was definitely in the 90s. Because Bush was elected by like the 2000s. If my numbers are correctly.
Bill
was in the show. Ooh,
Bill doing
the Chappelle show was on, I think, during that time too. Nah.
Excuse us. Alexa, when did the Chappelle show start?
Chappelle's show premiered on January 22nd, 2003.
Almost.
Early 2000s will be another episode.
Yeah, because that's another era that like had another like they got the fallout of the 90s, and the 2000s were a vibe, because the 2020s are ridiculous right now, like honestly. But you know what's so crazy?
I would want to wear jersey dresses.
A lot of the time, the 90s right now, we're in this era where even in 2020 where we're now very like reminiscent and nostalgic about the 90s. Like there's this new thing. Everything right now is a reboot when you really think about it.
Yeah, but that's always...
Matilda, rebooted. Space Jams, rebooted. Popular movies.
Yeah, that's all.
Popular, amazing
that's
movies.
history, though. It's like always, even in fashion.
Yeah.
When bell bottoms came back.
Yeah.
When high waist came back.
Right. With the baggy jeans, the mom jeans. You're absolutely right.
And even now, I'm starting to see people with name earrings again.
It's the Y2K movement, so they call it. You know, that period of transitioning between the 90s, between the 2000s.
Can't have an episode without smacking the mic.
Yeah. Let's go.
That's how you know we're back.
It's good luck. Right.
We're smacking the mic again.
Mindful millennials, we're back and we're finally talking about the 90s.
Nah, but I'm trying to think, like, when you say 90s, what's like the first thing you think about?
The cartoons.
The cartoons?
I loved television during that time. I feel like my mom didn't let me go outside, and I wasn't very social as a kid. So I just remember, I'm dating myself now, watching TV, right? There were no flat screens, right? You had Cablevision.
Oh.
And it went from like channel 1 to like channel 100.
How many times I had to smack the TV?
Oh my God, with the box in the back, like people, you have to...
The TV with the brown...
Gray, I'm sorry already.
TV with the brown side.
Yes, the back side. The TV with the black box on the back. Dude,
dial up.
Right, dial up. And I just remember switching. Right. I used to switch. I hate you. I used to switch from channel like 13, because I think that was PBS.
PBS.
And then 31.
That's where they would give
Cyber Chase and shit. Reading.
Arthur.
Yes, exactly.
Arthur.
PBS was like 13. I don't know. I have to check this, but I know for a fact Disney was 31. Cartoon Network was always 32, and Nickelodeon was 33.
My brain don't go that far back.
Oh yes, my brain will go that. You know, I'm like the pop culture whore.
You know what channel I always knew because of my grandma? El 41.
Ay, Jesús, not Telemundo.
Y el 47.
Stop.
Nah, 41 is Univision, and then 47 is Telemundo. That was it. That was all we.
That's all.
I was like, oh, Graylita, ven, cámbiame el canal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, grandma.
Ay, Jesús. Nah.
Everything else was like.
Everything was so like fun. It was so much funner. Everything was original. I feel like nothing's original. Everything's a freaking reboot now. Because we had, again, Space Jam was rebooted. Matilda is made into a musical. Mm-hmm. Everything now is just a reboot from back then. Do you feel like there's something going on now where like millennials are stuck in the past? Because everything is turning into shit. Yeah, man.
I don't know if it's stuck in the past. I would say we definitely think a lot about the past because shit right now makes no sense.
Even music right now, everything is sampled from. Well, everything is always sampled. In music, everything is sampled from something. But now everybody is definitely sampling from those 90s beats of music.
Well, there's a good percentage. There's a good percentage, yeah.
The Biggie beat.
A lot of music is made from.
Yeah.
Shoot, what was that song? There was that Beyonce song.
The Say My Name.
You make me happy.
Okay.
That song.
Okay.
That song was, I think, like a song from the 60s or 70s. Originally from a guy in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, I mean, everything has always been resampled, so I guess that's not a good example.
I let you go. Yeah, but she did that.
I'm weak.
She did that.
You know what's still original? Those Disney movies.
Disney movies?
Yeah. Like Mulan and Hercules and Toy Story and freaking Lion King. All these great movies from the Disney Renaissance era. Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid.
Yes, The Little Mermaid. All of them. How cute were they?
You know what? I don't remember if Ants was a Disney movie.
I think so. It probably was.
Was it?
I didn't like movies with animals in them.
Ants was a movie.
I can't stand you. I hear you.
It was. It's a movie. You know, it's a movie when it's like you remember kind of like the life lessons in it. That's a beautiful thing about like Disney. Disney really would do that. I don't know what they do now, but it had a lot of good like learn life lessons.
Well, back then it was Disney movies have always been very reflective of the time. So back then you could tell it was a lot of like venturing out and breaking the mold and you know, being independent and like free thinking and whatever. And now it's a lot about mental health and climate change and bullshit like and generational trauma. LOL.
What movie did you have on repeat?
I had movies on repeat because I was limited to my VHSs. Dating myself now. This is how you know. I was limited to my VHSs.
The VCR was it.
So it wasn't like I wanted these movies on repeat. I had no choice.
Gen Z will never understand.
Yeah. Having to rewind it just to start the movie over again.
I don't even think they even know.
They don't.
I don't think they even know what Blockbuster is.
Nah, they do. They know what Blockbuster is, but that VHS tape, the VCR, how to rewind a tape, they don't know what none of that is.
They know Red Box, that thing where you rent the movies in Walmart.
Do they? Because everything is streaming services. Where are they?
Yeah, but even before that, there was Redbox, which is like literally like a vending machine of movies.
Those shits don't work.
But that was before
Blockbuster.
No, that was before
Netflix.
Like Netflix, Hulu, and everything was really popping.
Yeah.
It was like Redbox movie rentals. Yeah. Now, no offense, Amazon. Oh, today's Prime Day. Whatever. No offense.
Not sponsored by Amazon.
But like, I have Prime for videos, and all the good movies you have to now rent or buy them. Yeah, like $3 to rent them.
And you have Blockbuster to thank for that.
And like the good movies, like Breakfast Club and classics. Yeah, like you have to pay. So I'm just like, why have a service on top of it? I have to pay to rent the freaking movie.
But you can also buy it. You're allowed to buy it.
I'm weak. I don't want to buy something digital because what if they fall?
You're hilarious.
You're gonna buy it, but they're not sending you the CD.
Back to the question.
Manda my CD.
What movies I had on repeat?
DVD players, no longer.
I'm weak. They're no longer. But again, right? My movie selections were limited to what I had as a VHS. So on VHS, I had Casper.
Did I have Casper?
Yeah, I had Casper. I had so back in the day, ironically, because the Grimace shake is killing everybody, back in the day McDonald's used to sell this movie tape, and it was like the Ronald McDonald house with all the characters and everything, and you would go on adventures with Ronald McDonald.
And the characters always looked weird to me.
And that shit was always on repeat. Why did I have this? Because my mom worked at McDonald's at the time, but this was like a whole. I feel like I'm the only one that remembers this. Because every time I bring this up, remember when I mentioned Grimace and you were like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Grimace. Grimace is Ronald McDonald's best friend with the Hamburglar."
I don't know their names because
hilarious.
they were all creepy to me.
They were, but they're not creepy to me because I had them on VHS and I always watched them. LOL.
They were
pretty entertaining.
I never knew their personalities, where they were from, their favorite color, none of that.
I mean, at some point it was that. Oh, I had Harriet the Spy. Now I'm really dating myself.
I don't know.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Meanwhile I'm younger, right?
You know what I did? I collected Beanie Babies.
Yo, I had Beanie Babies. That's so
I
funny.
went for, Grayly, finish your food, then you could open your toy.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Then you could go to the play place. That was before the vid and all this. All of a sudden, like, there's like bacteria. Bacteria always existed. Germs always existed. You know how much we was in them play places and germs everywhere, like.
Oh my god.
And nobody ever thought about that.
I used to put the balls in my mouth.
Wait, but what's changed?
Oh my god! You were such a. Whatever. Anyways, you know what else I had on VHS? Okay. I hate you. Jumanji. Another movie.
Jumanji was cool.
Remade it.
Jumanji was good.
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Before it was made the remade. Yeah, I had that on VHS, so that was always on loop too. So Jumanji is very near and dear to my heart.
I definitely had in VHS, I had Space Jam.
Okay.
And I hated sharing it with my brother.
I'm like, why? Because he hogged it?
We shared it. I don't know. I had The Little Mermaid on repeat. Pocahontas. Snow White.
Okay. I don't think I had any Disney stuff.
No?
No. Meanwhile, I'm such a Disney head now, but I feel like I discovered Disney again through television.
A lot of Disney.
I only saw it when they played the music on Disney.
The 101 Dalmatians, or what was it? The Dalmatians.
Yeah.
You never watched it?
No, I never. I didn't like movies with animals.
Damn.
I said this.
Oh yeah, you did.
I didn't like The Land Before Time. I know, Shoot Me. Like I didn't like none of those movies. Air Bud. No.
So you never watched The Lady and the Tramp?
No.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like movies about animals, bro. I'm sensitive. I can't watch them go through hardship.
They're not going through hardship. They be very successful.
No, they go through hardship. Every Disney movie starts out the same. It's like no lies. It starts off with the parents dying. Like everything is amazing and then the parents die. Nobody ever has parents in Disney films, right?
That's wild.
It's true though. Then they move on from their grief and then everything is amazing again. Then a problem happens. Then they have to go venture out to solve the problem, or they're seeking something. And then whatever they're looking for, whatever the problem is, it gets resolved. Whatever they're seeking, they don't really need. Or they come to the realization about something, and then we all sing Kumbaya. And there's music and happy ending. And sometimes we lose a loving character.
That would make sense in The Lion King.
The Lion King?
Right?
The Princess and a Frog?
But Ariel didn't lose her dad. They just had an argument.
Ariel lost her mom. Ariel never had a mom. And she lost her voice. Checkmate. She lost her voice. That
and then
counts.
She found it.
Mm-hmm.
Then she found it.
Next movie. Mulan lost her honor. Had to go get it. Came through tribulation. Like, sadness, musical, happy ending. Finds love in a hopeless place.
True.
Yes.
I see that might be a little pattern there, but...
Yeah, it's the famous pattern. It's a great pattern. It doesn't fail if it's not broken. You know what I'm saying? Because that's life. It's a circle. It's not linear. That's what they say. It's a spiral.
That's true.
Yeah.
But damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's Disney. But there was Disney. There was
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Which I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened on Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network no longer exists.
That might kind of confused the heck out of me, honestly.
Yo, what? Because the 90s was their shit, bro.
I don't know, but they could have still... Listen, if Cartoon Network was a part of any type of platform right now, I think I would pay a little extra.
You can, but it's separate. Everything is everywhere.
But I would pay to have Cartoon Network. Like, to watch Dexter, to watch Cat Dog, the chicken and the cow.
Yo, cow and chicken.
Eso mismo.
Fucking Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my god.
Sugar Spice and everything freaking nice.
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Yo, what were they doing? Johnny Bravo, are you serious? That's trash. What?
I don't even know. Johnny Bravo was so corny.
Dude, they made Scooby-Doo. The Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo
series was on that show. Yes.
I was a big Scooby fan.
That's what I'm saying.
I was a...
Yo, what? Sadness. And this is very recent, too. So it hurts me. It hurts me very near and dear, and I think I posted something about it because I was like...
About Cartoon Network?
Yes, because, yo, it's the end of an era. Friends was also a 90s show, very popular 90s show.
Friends?
Yeah, I was a Friends head. But I'm not going to sit here. I'm jacking The Nanny. The Nanny was a great sitcom.
Oh, The Nanny, yeah.
I love that. Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
The Nanny.
Yo, fashion icon. Bring The Nanny on Netflix. That's what I'm asking.
That's so
for.
funny because literally yesterday Kim posted a picture with her.
The Fran Drescher?
Yeah, like Kim Kardashian. She saw her
Kim K
at the Dolce & Gabbana show in Italy.
Yo,
and she took a picture with her. She
first of all,
she was like my fashion icon.
Yes, my fashion icon. Fuck out of here, Kim.
Like, I remember her voice, but not fuck out of here, Kim.
Yo, Fran, let me tell you something about
I remember her voice, but I don't remember all her outfits. Like, I just know that she was like that girl.
She wore couture.
Yeah.
On that show.
She was that girl.
She wore...
Before that girl was a thing.
Everything that woman wore was couture.
Yeah.
Every time. Porque ella tenía un maldito cuerpazo.
Un flow.
Un maldito flow. Fran Drescher, yo, my queen. I hope she sees this. Because her everything, they saw her on that show and they were like, yo, make her a model.
Mm.
Versace.
Everything.
Dolce. Chanel. You look at every outfit, she never wore shit twice. I watched that show. Not right now, this isn't a good representation about how I dress, but how I dress professionally and like in the world. Fran Fine. Yes. Out here, jacking it. I didn't think we were going to get here, but as you can see,
here we are.
I'm glad. She was great. And it's one of those shows that you can still laugh. Some of the references are very, very minimally, like 10% outdated. Mm-hmm. But it's still a funny show. Like, it still makes you laugh. It's a good sitcom.
Where was that show on? I don't remember where that
I think it was on Nick. I saw it at Nick at Night. That's when I would watch it. The reruns.
On Nick at Night.
Yeah. Nick at Night did me right with catching us up with...
Nick at Night was, like, before the whole Adult Swim era.
Yeah.
Adult Swim was a little weird.
Do they have Nick at Night anymore? Alright, so a little lesson, right?
Probably
Nick
not.
at Night was like the second channel, but on the same network after a certain hour, like by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and it would have Full House, Family Matters. Mm-hmm. It used to have The Cosby Show, George Lopez, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince was on that.
Fresh Prince got it.
Like a good contract type, because
Fresh Prince got it.
Another show probably didn't air during the 90s at that time. No, I'm lying. When we watched it at Nick at Night, those were reruns.
Right,
versus it actually coming out, and apparently that was like the only show where like it was lit. Live studio audience type shit.
Yeah.
And the live studio audience are recorded. They just use the same laugh track. Yes.
There was very few shows that had live
studio audience. Fresh Prince was one of them. And you would get lit on the show. And they would have a hype man, and DJ Jazzy Jeff was literally like spinning and shit. And Will would come out and be everybody's hype man, and then like this was before, obviously. You keep and then I guess
Before the epic slap.
Yeah, I mean, that's established his acting career, basically. He never acted before getting on that show. And he did amazing.
But then he started dipping and dabbling in music, too.
No, he was already a rapper. Yeah.
What song he had before the Fresh
He had
Prince?
all his songs. He had, like, mad other songs. I can't sit here and name them.
I don't feel like he had a hit song until, like, late 90s.
Like Bad Boys type shit?
Yeah, he had a song he had a song for Men in Black.
Yeah, after he was acting. But
I think Summertime was one of his biggest songs.
Yeah, I think that was before Fresh Prince. I'm not gonna hold you. That summer, that was before Fresh Prince. Because he was already an established rapper. Because they say like he never acted before Fresh Prince.
Alexa, from what year is Will Smith's Summertime song?
From KissRichmond.com. It's been more than 2 decades since rapper/actor Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff took us on an exciting stroll through summer with their Grammy Award-winning single Summertime in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just said 1991.
Yeah,
but okay.
pre Fresh Prince, yeah. Pre that. Because that's how he got discovered. Mm-hmm. And then came the amazing show that it became, the family sitcom show. Would you say it's like one of your favorites?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
another remake.
I wouldn't just. Yeah, the remake is already done with great actors, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
more serious too, which is interesting.
I think a little bit more dramatic.
Yeah, which is kind of nice because that show was already like it did handle serious issues, but they weren't trying to do that. They weren't trying to tell the story of the black man like that. Like,
but you remember like the few episodes that like would have you in tears.
Yes, the dad episode,
R.I.P. to Uncle Phil.
Yeah. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
For real, you the only father that I ever knew. Facts.
I'm gonna be a better you.
Facts. Shout out to J. Cole too.
All these shout outs.
All these shout outs from these people that don't even know us. Continue as I get this line.
But no, I feel like that's why the Fresh Prince was such a good show, because it was hilarious because, you know, Will had that shit down packed. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about every single person got to shine.
Mm.
Like, even Jeffrey. Like,
yes.
Even Jeffrey, you'd be like, yo, Jeffrey, that was funny. You got it, you know? Like, and then Hillary would have her moments.
Hillary.
Just like, oh,
another
relatable.
fashion icon.
Ashley.
You'll be like something that you're gonna.
But sometimes I'll be like, Ashley, tú estás. You're like, you
got a lot of attitude.
You be a little bad, like.
But it makes sense because
the rebellious teen.
She would have been a goody little two-shoes had Will not show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Because remember, she was taking ballet and cello and this and tennis.
Then she wanted to be like Will.
And she discovered hip hop through Will. Like,
they made her do
Will. Classical music, and Will was like, yo, listen to some fucking Tupac, bitch. Let me listen to some fucking Biggie, ho. Like, California.
My hoe.
He didn't say that, but you remember she was going crazy in her
But
room?
I remember when she would have her, you know, her rebellious phase, which, again, relatable. Like, we already know how that is when you have, like, the parents that try to keep you trapped and stuff and try to keep you from society. And
I feel like that's the...
Eventually, they come out.
Unfortunately, I feel like also that's the monster that created cancel culture. If you really think about it. Because it's like, speak your mind, like, love everyone. Oh, yeah, it's okay to be gay, which it is, but it's like, oh, yeah, like, we don't bully no more. We don't do this. So now it's like the opposite, where it's like, you need to leave. You can't say that. We're going to get you.
No.
Equality for everyone.
What's that? That's being politically correct.
Exactly. Being politically correct came from the 90s. Because the 90s was the last time where everybody was like, yo, stand-up comedy. I have to talk about this too, because stand-up comedy was amazing. Like Chris Rock, Richard Pryor was from the 80s.
Eddie Murphy,
Eddie Griffin.
I think Eddie Murphy still holds the record for the best live show.
Cat Williams, I think. Or no, Cat Williams was a little bit later in the 2000s.
He was later on.
Yeah, but even then, these great comedy legends were from the 90s and they made their career. Dave Chappelle was definitely doing stand-up by the 90s. He was definitely doing stand-ups and then he got his own show. So I'm jacking that. But these were comedians that's when you could say whatever the fuck you wanted to say. Mm-hmm. And, you know, now we can't do that anymore. Because everything we've watched was always so, like, justice and righteousness and, like, speak your mind and
that's why things that happen now with people like Chris Rock and them, like, like, things will happen, but to them, like, they're not as sensitive as people are now.
No, because they're from that time. And I feel like we're also the last generation.
That's how Dave Chappelle is too.
Yeah,
Dave will say any joke because that's like what he's used to. It's just like,
that's
and
comedy.
anytime you talk to someone that's like 40 or older, they'll tell you the same shit. Like, oh, this generation is too sensitive. Yeah, too sensitive, and it's true.
It definitely is true, but
because wasn't no one thinking, oh, I'm sorry back then.
No. I think you're fat. I think you're ugly. I think you're fat. Yo, that's
back then. It was different. Like, you still alive, right? Okay, so you didn't die. You didn't die, right?
Are you crying? Are you crying? Oh, are you crying?
Oh man,
suck it the fuck up. Literally, humble yourselves. We're not going back to that. But yeah,
it was a time. It was a time. It was just like, get with it or get lost, man.
Right.
But let's talk a little about music before we
before we wrap
roll up, because
we
could talk about shows all day.
We can. There was a lot of great TV,
and this one,
great television.
Pop culture queen over here.
Right, I could reference everything.
She could keep going for days.
Oh, we didn't even mention Titanic.
Now, let's tread lightly around the Titanic topic because the way shit's been happening.
I'm weak. First of all, R.I.P. No disrespect. This has nothing to do with them.
Right, but yo, I swear it's so crazy because I was literally just watching Titanic with my man before that happened.
Oh Lord.
And then fast forward to like 3 days after we watched the movie, that happened.
I still don't believe we couldn't get them, but whatever. I still believe like we could have gotten them.
The whole thing was a lie. By the time, all right.
We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this.
All I'm saying
is a great movie. Leave those people alone.
All I'm saying is fake news does exist because at the end of the day, media publishes things when and how they choose to.
Yeah, because apparently Congress and all this other stuff.
When and how they choose to. That's all I'm gonna say. The day that was announced was not actually the day it happened.
Apparently,
that's all
sick. That's
all I'm saying.
Paranoid.
Yeah, so RIP to all those people, and what I feel is leave that site alone, because truth be told, where that ship sank is a grave site.
Yeah.
And spiritually, just respect it. Just respect it.
Yeah, religiously,
it's just like, it's just common sense.
Like for us, but you know what's so crazy? We're black, so we already know, like, we come from roots that are like, we respect the dead. You leave that alone. We're not colonizers, where they don't give a fuck and they just run people over and they don't. Oh, you died here. Oh, there's mass graves all over, like Native Americans and shit like that. Yeah, but people don't respect things like that. You don't. I'm like, once again, we were not trying to talk about this, but like,
just
some
leave
people
it
don't
alone.
respect that. Yeah, you need to leave things like that alone.
I'm not going on a voyage and all that. You know, like even with what they did with the 9/11 site. They did that, you know, in a respectable way and stuff like that. But people go there to pay their respects.
Right. It's not a tourist, like, I mean, you win some, you lose some, whatever. I feel like the 90s definitely created media. Like media, news, media. Like the way we report about celebrities' lives and stuff like that. TMZ, like these
TMZ.
websites, these tabloids and things like that.
You remember Media Takeout? Do you?
No.
Girl, guess that was like the prime.
I guess.
Like when I was in high school, like
But they
2006
say
around there was a media takeout. Like that was like the shade room
right.
of the early 2000s was media takeout.
But that's what I was about to say. Like,
comment if you know what I'm talking about.
Basically, the 90s was social media. The 90s, like chat rooms, AIM, Hotmail, BBM.
Oh yeah.
Hotmail chat, Yahoo chat, MySpace, all of that.
Nice. Well,
Google.
MySpace. When I had MySpace.
Well, we were a little older when we had MySpace, but MySpace has started.
Yeah.
MySpace was pre-Facebook, before Facebook became the new Instagram, and Instagram became the old TikTok. But you know what I'm saying? That's the way to break it down.
It was MySpace, High Five.
I didn't have High Five. I wasn't old enough for that, and I didn't know what that was.
High Five was like more like Spanish people had more high fives.
Wait,
you know, I don't know why.
LOL.
Yeah, it was.
LOL.
Like Spanish people had high fives. Skonex.
I've heard of Skonex.
I think was like a. I think it's like you added people from like different schools or something like that. No, I don't remember.
I was way too young, and I only had MySpace. I had to ask permission to get my MySpace. I remember this.
I remember AIM very well though.
I remember AIM. What was your username? LOL. You ready for mine?
I think mine was like Lil Sweetheart or something like that.
With the X3?
No.
You guys want to judge you that hard?
I remember Lil Sweetheart, but I don't remember anything else.
Mine was disgusting.
That was your username?
No.
Oh.
No. Mine was...
I'm like, disgusting 69?
No. Deacon. XO, tongue emoji.
Oh, Lord.
No, mine was, you ready? Dominican HBIC.
Oh.
Period.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people had Dominican something.
Everybody had like Heartless, X3, or underscores something.
A lot of underscores. Because you couldn't do much. Ew. Now, again, the 90s created social media, basically. Like, I feel like that's without a given. But the 90s also had a lot of rap beef. The rap music game was the best in the 90s. East Coast, West Coast. What you got?
You got Biggie, you got Tupac, you got freaking Jay-Z, you got Eminem, you got Dr. Dre.
Even politically, like with the NWA.
Yeah, you got the NWA, you got Three Mafias?
3-6 Mafia?
3-6 Mafias. G-Unit. Fucking...
It was a lot.
Yeah, there were a lot. And they were basically gangs. Like, they were their own gangs. Because this was very... When rappers were rappers. Like rappers are still gangsters, but rappers back then were real gangster. Like in Straight Outta Compton, Ice Cube straight up destroyed a studio. Yeah, because they wasn't giving him his money. You can't do that today. You get sued. Because again, people are sensitive.
Legal records now.
Right. Call.
It's not the word
call on the popo ho.
It's not. Call the popo. No, because now it's not like the word on. I mean, there's always gonna be like the word on the street and all this stuff and street cred and whatever. But now it's just like, oh, word, have it in writing. See you in court.
Yeah.
Even like
security will stop you at the door. Like the fact that he got in with a bat is crazy. But he showed up with his goons on some gang shit. Even
real hood rappers and stuff like that, like they'll easily just take you to court. Yeah. Instead of like actually like fight you one-on-one.
Cause you could get sued, bro.
And let's be honest, a lot of people don't even know how to fight anymore. They just take out a gun.
I feel like back in the day it was harder to sue somebody. Now it's easier to do it. Yeah. Because again, everybody's just butthurt.
Screenshots didn't exist back then.
Yeah, exactly. Like not everybody had proof. You just went on your word.
If you didn't have like a screenshot or a picture, your phone didn't have a camera.
You were lucky if the place had fucking security cameras. And
you were lucky if you had a witness. That was it. That was everything back then. It was a witness.
A witness.
A witness.
Who would take time out to testify. OJ happened.
And then hopefully... Who's this socio? I can't stand him.
Dude, can't you?
I can't. He's one of those people like that. I see his face and it's like, ew.
I don't give a fuck enough.
I mean, because I watched the documentary and stuff about the whole case, and I just feel like that whole glove thing was so stupid. I'm sorry. Like,
he was hilarious.
Oh, the glove doesn't fit. Ugh.
A lot of controversy.
You put the glove in a dryer. Well, all of a sudden it'll fit.
Back to
the music, please.
To the music.
R.I.P. Aaliyah.
R.I.P. A lot of great artists.
Man,
died in the 90s too.
I remember like it was yesterday when I saw the news about her plane crash, bro. Because the last video she put out was Rock the Boat.
Yeah.
And it was flying back from doing that video that her plane crashed.
And it was a top charter too.
And girl, I knew the whole dance. Yeah, I was very much I was very much practicing my dance moves. I'll tell you that.
She said for when I wake up.
For Britney Spears, certain artists like you try to.
I was gonna say that
embody them. You know.
I basically wrote "Oops, I Did It Again." I wrote "Hit Me, Baby." I wrote it. Don't tell me otherwise.
Bye, bye, bye.
In this rocket ship to Mars, I also wrote "Hit Me, Baby" one more time. I also wrote that. If you didn't know, but I didn't get to appreciate 90s hip hop until like my later in life, like around my teenage rebellious phase.
Gotcha.
But in the 90s, music that I went for was definitely the pop side.
Yeah,
like
I'll say that.
NSYNC, Backstreet, Britney, Christina,
Spice Girls.
I was here.
Tell me what you want, what I really want. What you really want. I wanna. Really wanna take a step back.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it last. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we will be just fine. Monetized. We can't even go that far.
That's it, yeah.
That's all we can do. But
even their movie.
Justin Timberlake, LOL.
Yeah, JT.
Even
the whole JT and Britney was like a moment.
She was literally crying here.
So sad it didn't last.
Imagine being put on Oprah to talk about losing your virginity.
So yeah.
I couldn't do that.
It's okay.
That's crazy. Madonna was in the 90s.
A
lot of great music.
Selena. Another R.I.P.
We didn't even talk about Selena.
Another R.I.P. I remember the day of that news too.
Oh my god. I wasn't
from
alive
a hater.
Yet. I wasn't even alive
because
yet.
of a hater.
I wasn't born yet,
bro.
I was born like a month later.
Oh.
Like 2 months later, yeah.
Selena was another movie that my mom told me I would have on repeat.
I had no choice. It was already on repeat. Like all of those things were on repeat for me. Yeah.
Colors.
Do the washing machine.
Colors.
Do the washing machine. Do the washing machine. That's all I remember.
Oh man.
I love Tom.
No, but I gotta say, like, that to this day has to be probably one of, if not J-Lo's best movie. Because
J-Lo was also in the 90s.
I'm sorry, J-Lo. My love don't cost a thing.
Do you ever think the other day?
No, yeah, I can't disrespect J-Lo like that, but
acting-wise,
that you treat me right.
Monetized.
Give me all the things I need.
That money can buy, yeah. That's her.
Yeah.
That'd be her.
She did that Versace fit.
That was also
if we talk about
90s.
Fashion-wise.
Mm-hmm. Giovanni Versace died in the 90s. One of my favorite.
Oh, I watched that movie.
Designer.
It was a good movie.
Depression.
Shot in the face too.
Depression. Off of a
In
nigga
front of-
that wanted to be, he just wanted clout.
Just from a stalker.
Yeah, he just wanted some clout.
From a stalker and shot in front of his house. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. Just because people want what you have.
Yeah.
I think they killed Michael too.
I'm weak. That's not from the 90s. That's the
I'm
2000s.
just saying.
We'll get there.
I'm just saying. Well, Michael's is from the 90s. MJ,
Well, yeah, but he didn't die then.
the king of pop.
Okay.
We're talking 90s.
That's true.
That's a king right there.
He was going in. What is one thing? Sorry. Okay. What is something you miss from the 90s? Looks like a toy or something you miss.
Something I miss?
Yeah.
Oh,
or something
shoot.
you wanted.
My Game Boy.
Oh, I still have mine.
You still have it?
I should have brought it. I still have mine. And the charger, that still works.
I'm guilty of losing all my stuff.
Oh,
I even had a Pokédex and I lost it.
oh, you were cool.
I had a Pokédex.
You were cool.
I watched Pokemon. But yeah, my Game Boy was great. My Easy Bake Oven was a moment.
You had an easy bake oven?
I did.
I'm so fucking jealous. The way I only wanted 2 things. No,
Cookies
3
for
things.
days.
3 things. I only ever wanted 3 things in my life. One of them isn't in the 90s. It's a Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
One's a Build-A-Bear.
We could still do that.
Right, for my daughter. That's literally what I'm just gonna
Okay.
do. One's a Build-A-Bear. One is a Barbie dream house. I don't care. The second is an easy bake oven.
Oh.
I had the Barbie car. Fuck out of here. The pink mobile.
I really wanted the Barbie car.
I still have that
I never
too.
got it.
I still have it.
No offense, Mom.
I still have it.
Because I know I got the dollhouse.
When I move and I have like my own little setup, like office setup.
You're going to have a Barbie dollhouse?
No, I'm gonna put the car behind me. But I might buy it for my daughter just to close any generational issues.
Oh, by the time that your daughter gets one, it's going to be like...
She won't know what to do with it, but she'll learn how to.
It's going to have a whole stereo system. It's going to freaking have hydraulics.
I'm
FYI, I
ready.
remember hydraulics back then.
People still have hydraulics, I think.
It was very much a cholo thing.
Yeah, they still cholos out here, sis.
It's a West Coast thing.
Exactly. They still out there.
But you don't see hydraulics out here.
Not here.
If I saw hydraulics
The
out
cops
here,
will pull you over, yeah.
I'll be like...
The cops will be on you.
You
You can't have hydraulics.
No, not here?
No, I don't think you can. They'll definitely pull you over.
Dang.
Yeah, they won't let you rock with that. These cops, not the
Dang.
boys. The boys won't let that rock.
They're haters. They're haters. But yeah, that's one of the things I miss the most from the 90s. Food-wise.
Oh my god, okay,
Food-wise.
okay.
Remember,
I didn't
back
even
then,
think
the
of that.
90s...
I didn't even think of that.
Back then, the 90s would play a lot of... With, like, just random stuff. Like, remember when they would have, like, ketchup of different colors? Like, they would have, like, a purple ketchup.
Ew.
Like, a green ketchup.
All right, this is
Remember?
something.
Or, like, the freaking, well, I remember I used to buy a bunch of weird,
Oreo
candies.
cereal. They don't have that here no more. They sell it in, like, Japan.
Nah, I used to buy a lot of peanut chews.
Peanut juice. Those were good, too.
Swedish fish.
What don't they make anymore, though?
The Guess Who chocolate ball had a moment. Of that guessing ball. I wonder what's in the wonder ball. That was a moment.
Y'all don't even, yo.
Remember that?
Yes.
And you cracked it and it was a bunch of just like wax candy.
Yeah, it was just nonsense. It was just bullshit toys.
I was like, oh, I cracked the ball.
And you got to eat the chocolate.
Yeah. Ooh, or the well, there was the fruit roll-ups. The fruit roll-ups that where you had like where you
The
got the tattoo on your
tattoos.
tongue. That shit was weird. And we would just be in lunchtime like, eh.
It never came out nice. It never came out nice.
It would be all smart like that.
And then it would go away like 5 seconds later. So you did all of that and you're drooling and shit
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah, and that's when the baby bottle pop was booming.
I loved Baby Bottle Pop. The green apple
And
was,
ring pops.
The green one and the blue one. Mm-hmm. Fire. fire.
Even those, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people that I bought a lot of those Spice Girl lollipops, the red and white Spice Girl lollipops that came with the stickers.
Oh,
I would collect those stickers.
Go-Gurt, mixed
Speaking of
Go-Gurt.
stickers, we didn't even talk about posters, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh my god, posters is different. They still got posters nowadays.
I know.
It's just the way people used to decorate their rooms.
I know.
There's a video, you guys should watch
Mad
it.
tape everywhere.
There's a
up
video
all
that
the
basically
walls.
shows you the transitions of everyone's rooms, and they did the 90s rooms, and I'm like, yes, the way I want this to be my room is crazy. They also had remember mixed Trix yogurt?
Oh, yeah.
They don't have that no more. They don't sell
No?
those no more. Nah, they don't sell that no more. Not the mix. They don't have it no more.
Well, I think the cereals that I ate the most was Pops, Frosted Flakes.
Trix cereal used to be fruits. Now it's not fruits no more. It's just balls. They're lazy.
Ew.
They gotten lazy.
Eh. I hated when they would serve Chex Mix in school.
I like Chex Mix.
I
like Chex Mix. I'm not gonna lie to you.
would always take Frosted Flakes. And for all you
Ew.
guys, I don't want to say weirdos because I personally think it's weird.
What is
Why do people add sugar to Frosted Flakes?
Wow. You're the fucking weirdo.
Nah,
You're the weirdo.
because the sugar.
Call her weird. Call her weird.
The sugar is already in the cereal.
Ring the fucking alarm.
Why are you adding sugar? It's
Cut the cameras.
Oh, so you add you.
Yo, what, Gray? You're bugging right now. What? She's lost. Nah, you lost the audiences. That's it. I can't defend this. This is gonna be our
It's
poll.
Frosted Flakes. It already has sugar.
It never tasted like anything when you put the milk on it. Unless you let it sit there.
I don't know.
Nah, you lost the audiences. That's it.
Apple Jacks
You ruined it.
was top tier for me.
Back when they had the apple and the cinnamon stick,
What the fuck they have now?
nothing. They made it like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch dudes. That's what they have them like now.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was a vibe.
Yeah, but that's how they have them now. Oh, back in the day, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch commercial was a lifeguard in a pool. The taste you can see.
Oh yeah.
Before they had made it animated like that.
Yeah, they made them. The
These
cereals
commercials
that
used
eat
to
each
be
other.
way different back in the day. Even the Doritos logo used to be so the marketing
Oh,
was
they,
just
yeah.
completely different. Do you want to say any last words about the 90s?
Good snacks, man. Good
What was your
snacks.
favorite part out of everything of the 90s? Obviously, mine is the cartoons,
Honestly,
the movies.
I kind of miss just like hanging out in the park and stuff and like going outside and shit.
No, you
and,
were
like,
allowed outside.
Jump rope, hopscotch.
I was too young. I remember, because this is all I was able to do, I remember like cereal and cartoons. I miss that.
I would watch cartoons sometimes until the sun came up, and I wasn't supposed to. But
I
besides
might buy
that,
Trix. I might buy Trix cereal. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want that right now. Like I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, Trix aren't for kids. Trix aren't just for fucking kids. Fuck out of here.
this is gonna go to the supermarket later when she goes home.
Yep.
But I kind of miss that, and honestly, I miss just, been me so. I miss like just going outside, hanging out, and like people obviously wasn't on social media, so everyone was kind of just themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone was themselves.
Everyone would just like hang out
and if you just happen to be friends, you could be friends with a nerd and then still be cool with whoever else.
You would go on adventures with strangers, basically. Like playing manhunt and like... Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. But for me, I didn't get to do that until the 2000s. But I definitely understand what you're talking about.
But that doesn't even happen anymore.
Yeah, no. Everyone's on their phone. Like, nobody goes
There's
outside.
no
and
like,
picks
yo,
up
like
games.
going to your cousin's house playing red light, green light.
Right.
Like, Sonic.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
Sega.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or Mortal Kombat.
Come on, like...
Yeah.
It was
Even
just a
though those
different
video
time.
games technically, I think, started in the 80s. Like, those type of video games that started in the 80s.
I don't know when they started, but I know I was using them.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like all that stuff changed how people interact now. Because, like, now people are more socially awkward.
I feel like that's also why we're clinging back to that time as well, because it's like this was the last time before technology, and people are more disconnected now than ever.
Bro, people are having sex with robots now. People are interacting with robots, engaging with robots.
Future!
Yeah, like
future!
Like, I don't know the exact number, but like right now, like we're not even gonna talk about like regular monogamous relationships. Like just human interaction overall, I think is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Because
everybody's
apart from
together,
apart from like porn and everything else that people, you know, take part in, now it's AI.
Yeah, that's
from 90's to AI. Mm-hmm. It's scary, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's scary.
And it's distracting us from what's happening now.
Oh yeah, but that's another can of worms.
So we're back from our trip in the past, and now we're telling y'all to be mindful.
Be mindful.
Yeah.
Because robots, the fact that you could even ask a robot right now, like, there was a video of people asking a robot, like, hey, do you think you would ever hurt a human? And the robot made a facial expression and everything. Like, me? No. I would never hurt a human. Because, yeah.
Alexa would hurt us. Alexa, would you hurt us?
Hurt is a town in Pittsylvania County, Virginia, United States.
Alexa, would you hurt a human?
I don't know that.
She don't know nothing.
Or
so she says.
Uprising, yo.
And yeah, she's the least of our problems, though. Right? She don't got an arm and a leg.
Let this fucking bitch start.
At least not yet.
Vamos a estar lista con un palo preparada para ella, coñazo, with the way she be fucking talking to us.
No, but yeah, just thinking about like from the 90's to where we at now is scary, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why everybody is like so disconnected now, because we're so clinging to the past so much that we're forgetting to see what the fuck is going on in front of us. They're saying, didn't you tell me that the polar bears are like swimming now? That
by
basically Antarctica,
2030 there will be no more ice in Antarctica.
That's sick. And you know what my boyfriend told me? He told me that apparently the ice contains diseases from millions of years ago that we don't even know.
Really?
Yes, that there's diseases in the ice that's been frozen for millions and millions of years that we have no cure to, have no idea what they are, and have no immune defense towards it. Like if the Black Plague just spread out right now. Like COVID part
just
2.
Throw me under a rock at this point.
Who are you people? Become Patrick Star.
I don't know anymore, but
yeah, definitely.
Y'all just take care of yourselves.
Yeah, I feel like that's the final mission for us. Our final message is definitely it's great talking about the past, but definitely pay attention to the now and what's gonna come out of the future.
Yeah.
Because
stay in the know.
We are definitely the last generation to be able. We're gonna be those people that are like, back in my day, we used to talk to one another. We're already
it's
there.
Gonna happen.
Yeah, we're already there. We're already here doing it. Talking about the 90's, acting like it was 10 years ago. No, that shit was. It was 30 years ago.
Damn.
It was 30 years ago.
Yo estoy vieja.
Yeah, bro.
It's okay.
It's alright, guys.
Life goes on.
Definitely.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, but let us know what was your favorite thing from the 90's that we probably didn't mention, because there was a lot of things, and
there was a lot.
We had to really like cut it short for even how long this video is already.
We could really keep going.
This video is already so long, and it's like, oh, there were so many great things. Like it just had to be there.
You know what would be cool if we did like a live.
That'll be fun. Like a 90's live.
And talked about the 90's.
100 likes. 50 likes. And we'll do a live.
Drop a few thumbs up, you guys. Yeah. And I think that would be fire.
That would be dope as hell.
Doing a live, and just like everyone can really talk about
like
all the nostalgic vibes they get from the 90's.
Or like find people that are like hardcore, like Britney, like hardcore like Hey Arnold
comment below if you have a crazy collection, because you know there's people that have like crazy collections, like big collections of like different artists or
toys. I have toys from the 90's.
Or if you collected Barbies.
Oh yeah, Crystal has a Barbie collection.
You see?
Yeah.
And the movie's gonna come out in a few weeks. I have to go see that movie.
Literally this
We gonna
movie of
go?
the summer. I hope so. I want to see Oppenheimer. Both movies I want to see are like the two most competing movies right now, like Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie.
I gotta go see it. I need an outfit.
Yeah.
I need an outfit.
Bitch, pink.
Duh.
The way everybody is gonna pull up looking in pink.
It's gonna be great.
I'm so ready.
Oh, I'm gonna feel like I'm in a cotton candy cloud.
Thanks you guys again.
Amazing.
Let us know.
Yeah, comment below what cartoon, music, whatever stuck out to you, and if you have a crazy collection, share it with us. Get on live with us. We'll schedule a live again. At least 50 thumbs up, and we'll start the live. We'll get it popping.
Yes.
But thank you guys again for joining us in another episode. Today, getting into the 90s was super fun. We could keep talking about it for hours, but
it's getting late.
To be continued. But thank you guys, and stay tuned for next week's episode. Peace.
Peace up. A-Town. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be loud.
Oh, that's mute me. You could just cut.
There she is.